Coming up on Tekzilla, Black Friday sucks. The return of the revenge of the $500 PC, top tips for better streaming video, Indestructible earbuds, our top 5 HD turkeys, and more. So sit down, give thanks, and reach for the stuffing, because Tekzilla starts now. This episode of Tekzilla is made possible by Sony. Go to revision3.com/Sony for an inside look at the latest Sony gear and games. Belkin, unleash your network. Gazelle, the fastest and easiest way to sell and recycle your gadgets. I'm Patrick Norton.
I'm Veronica Belmont.
Welcome to Tekzilla, hands-on reviews of the latest tech and how to make the most out of the gear you've already got.
Whether you're a beginner or tech support for your friends and family, if you've got a question about tech or the most overwhelming bookstore in Portland, Oregon, we've got an answer for you.
And if we don't, we'll track down someone who does. Although, hands down, it's Pal's Books.
I haven't been there. I've never been to Portland.
You've never been to Portland?
No,
I
really
will be in Portland
go.
this weekend for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I will be in
awesome.
Pal's Books, hopefully not on Black Friday.
Ooh.
We'll talk about that later.
That must be better than a Fry's at least. Marginally.
I will take pictures
Okay.
at Pal's.
Okay.
You can decide for yourself. Hey, most of us, we take clean water for granted. You grab a glass, you put it under a faucet, turn on the tap, drink safely. No worries about walking to the next village to pick up the day's supply of H2O, catching a nasty disease, or poisoning your child.
Yeah, but clean water is one of the scarcest resources in the world, and nearly 1 billion people don't have access to it. The crew here at Tekzilla and Revision 3 wanted to make a difference this holiday season, so we partnered up with Charity Water. Charity Water donates all 100% of the money it raises to build wells and bring clean water to communities in need.
They're leveraging technology in really creative ways to mobilize people around the cause. I've donated, and we'd love to have you, our viewers, involved. They say $20 can bring clean water to a person for 20 years. That's amazing. If all of you donated $1, we could have, wow, I did the math, and it's a huge number.
Yeah.
We could, if everybody donated $1 out there, that would be like, 5,000. It would be like freaking 70 wells we could build.
Yeah. Every show in Revision 3 is reaching out to viewers to raise money to build wells. It takes $5,000 to build a well that can provide clean water to an entire village. We need your help to make a difference, so please go to revision3.com/charitywater to learn more and get involved with the cause. Hey, have you guys been waiting for folders and multitasking on your iPad? Because the wait is over.
Well, actually, the wait's not over because I can't update this here. Because the only machine I have to update it with is at home.
Oh, yeah, I've had it for a while because I had the developer builds, so I've gotten a little bit used to it. Now I'm kind of like, oh, well, no, everyone has it. But it is pretty awesome, yes.
It's iOS 4.2, by the way.
iOS 4.2. It came out today for iPhone and iPad, and among the many new features, well, of course, as we mentioned, the multitasking and folders for iPad, for example, one standout feature is Find My iPhone, which is, of course, a feature previously only available with a Mobile Me account. Now, it's free if you have at least one iPhone 4 or iPad in your house. To set it up, you just have to install the application on your iPad or your iPhone, and then you can use your existing Apple ID, the one you use to make purchases on the iTunes Store, in place of a Mobile Me account if you don't have one. Then you just plug it into your Mail Accounts folder under Settings, Mail Contacts, Calendars, that section. Plug in that account information to the Mobile Me little button right there, but you don't need a Mobile Me account, which is really nice.
I'm not lost, I'm just confused. That's what this look on my face is.
I know.
It's the Mail tie-in to the not Mobile Me / remote control thing.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird, but that's the way you get it to work. And then you'll see your device on a map when you log into the Mobile Me site.
Can you use this to enable other people to stalk you?
No, if you have someone's account information, you can use it to see where they are at the time. I've actually read a few blog posts about husbands and wives keeping tracks of each other and knowing where they are, how close they are to be getting home at night and stuff like that. So you can do that, but I think you have to kind of know someone's account information and kind of work it out that way. But then if your phone gets lost, if your iPad gets lost, you can go into the website and then send it a message. You can lock it or you can totally wipe it in case you know you're never getting it back.
Yeah, I've got on my iPhone, I actually have these sort of 10 bad passwords, and it eats itself and blows up and takes out the city block around it.
There you go.
That's an upgrade, by the way.
That is safety.
Well, it depends on whether you're in that
Data
city block.
safety.
Hey, I want to be the first to admit, I want Tony Stark's epic holographic 3D setup, right? The one where he's in his garage and he's always using to build Iron Man suits and new elements and hot rod parts. I didn't expect it in my lifetime. Okay, as you can see in this video, which shows a Wiimote Kinect hack by Oliver Kralos, it's not here yet, not remotely, but it's kind of fun watching a computer scientist working through the problems of computing hands-on in 3D using consumer hardware. Okay, Rylos, by the way, that's a channel on YouTube. He's doing video updates as he figures out how to move things in 3D and use these tools. It's pretty interesting. If you want to watch something fun evolve over the next few weeks, check out that channel. It's youtube.com/OKREYLOS.
Speaking of video, got Google TV, you've got Tekzilla and all the Revision 3 programming, but Viacom just joined Fox in blocking streaming to Google-powered boxes and HD TVs. That means no Comedy Central, no MTV, no VH1. Wait, that's still around. People still watch MTV other than Jersey Shore, and Nickelodeon, which people should still watch.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, which is a total bummer though for people who really love The Daily Show and SpongeBob SquarePants fans out there. And while I'm on a downer kick, I'll report that Eric Schmidt, also known as the CEO of Google, says there's not going to be a Chrome OS for notebooks for months. So I can cross that off my Christmas list. Props to eWeek for picking this out of Schmidt's speech at Web 2.0 last week. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, on a happier note, Revision 3 actually finished building these sort of 10-foot lean-back environment for the Google TV, and we finally updated the mobile Revision 3 website, so if you log into Revision 3 from your cell phone, whether it's Android or iPhone or anything else, you'll have a beautiful custom display that makes it easy to watch Veronica no matter where you are.
It's all HTML5, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is very, very cool.
It's very, very cool. Hey, Netflix, feel free to support Tekzilla anytime by signing up for a free Netflix trial at netflix.com/Tekzilla. This isn't why I'm talking about that, though. Netflix is pushing video streaming in a big way. How big? A new membership plan. You can stream unlimited amounts of video for only $7.99. No DVD or Blu-ray rentals, which puts Netflix, well, out for the same price as Hulu Plus. That's great news if you don't want DVDs or the video glory that is movies on Blu-ray. But if you do want DVDs, you'll be paying at least an extra $1 a month for a single DVD at a time plan, $3 a month for 3 DVDs out at a time, and, well, you get the idea, up to $8 more a month for 8 DVDs out at a time. I think it's official. Netflix no longer wants to be shipping stuff over the post. I don't think they want to deal with postage and mailing anymore. They want to move everybody online.
Well, then they need to make more stuff available on Netflix streaming.
And which is why they're doing all of the crazy content deals, which of course brings us back to Google TV being blocked by Viacom and Fox and other places. It basically, this whole thing is sorting and settling and fighting its way out. I
know. Yeah, we're trying to decide at home if we want to do the 4 discs a month for $24.99, I think it is now, or if we want to just do or just settle for the streaming stuff. I do get discs though. I like to have that, choice, those options out there.
The SD stuff, and so much of the stuff on Netflix is SD from the Stars deal that they have. It doesn't bother me on my phone. It doesn't bother me on the iPad. On the 55-inch 1080p HD TV, the standard def, it's been compressed, looks pretty awful, especially if there's a Blu-ray available. I'm just saying, it's discs are not dead to me, Netflix.
No, me neither.
And you know what? The cost of that $25 a month plan, what's that, like frickin' half an entree, 3 beers? Or,
I know. It's not a huge amount of money, but compared to what we're paying now, which is like the $15.99 a month plan, I think that's the plan we have. Is that a plan?
That's a plan.
We'd be paying a lot more for this next plan. Anyway, we normally fire up our first viewer question right about now, but Black Friday is upon us, and frankly, we're kind of over it.
Yeah.
And our producer Roger is seriously over it. So before you set the alarm for 4 a.m. and make an obscenely early dash to the big box stores to wait in line with hundreds of other bargain-minded folks, let us discuss Roger's top 5 reasons Black Friday sucks.
It goes without saying that sleeping in and enjoying a nice turkey and stuffing breakfast burrito with a fresh pot of coffee is much better than being up before dawn. Especially up before dawn and trying to find parking at the mall. Number one.
Sometimes Black Friday deals aren't really deals. Sure, the ads say Black Friday deals, get it now while in stock, lowest prices ever, la 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 la. All too often, the heavily discounted stuff is an outdated end-of-life product or the oldest models from a current line. Things that would have been discounted anyway to clear out inventory, you gotta check out the features against the latest models before you drop the cash.
Number 2, minimal stock, aka low availability. What's fun about fighting with 300 other shoppers trying to grab one of the 5, and when I say 5, I mean 5 super low-priced widgets they have at the local giant box store, right? Unless you're an aging rugby player or a bored cage fighter driver that enjoys scrapping with the other holiday shoppers, risking injury in a run to aisle 10, staying at home sounds like a much better idea. And all too often, the Black Friday ads are kind of like that car ad that says, only 3 available at this price, except they don't usually tell you there's only 3 available at this price.
Number 3, bait and switch. Right next to those 5 hugely discounted items, the store will stock tons of similar items at a regular price. They're hoping that you'll buy one of those after finding the item you wanted to buy is sold out.
And it probably will be by like 6 a.m. if all these stores are
Yes.
opening at 5:30. Number 4, restrictive return policies. Many stores implemented strict return policies on discount items. Either they reduce the number of days before you can return the item, or tacking on restocking fees on returns, 15, 25, 4,000%. On the flip side, some stores are actually really good about returns and receipt-free returns. Just be aware before you melt the credit card.
Yeah, and number 5, internet shopping. You can find many of these deals online with pricing just as low, free shipping, and no taxes for out-of-state purchases. Plus, online stores like Amazon will gift wrap and ship your items to gift recipients, letting you save on the hassle of wrapping and mailing out presents.
Look, folks, we love shopping in our local stores, but look, we're just saying no to Black Friday this year.
Big time.
And just watch yourself in the Black. Just be
I've already
careful,
bought all my
Veronica.
presents on Amazon. I'm done.
Really?
I'm done.
Show off.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna, do the Prime, get the presents, be done with it, not have to worry anymore. I do have to bring them back with me to Connecticut, though. That
You
is the
couldn't
only
ship
down.
them to
I
Connecticut?
didn't do it. I just didn't
So you
think
wanted
of that.
all
I
the
should've done this
hassle of
list
carrying the
first.
presents on the plane? Actually, I guess
That
you
was
could like
really
UPS them or
stupid.
FedEx
That was
them.
really stupid. Anyway, coming up next, the return of the Revenge of the Sub $500 PC build, Serafina style. But before we do that, today's Tekzilla was made possible by Sony. Sony and our fellow Revision 3er, Anthony Carboni, put together something special for this show. Have a look and tell us what you think.
Hey guys, Anthony Carboni here to tell you all about Sony Internet TV. And instead of just running some commercials, Sony sent me to the Google headquarters here in Mountain View, California to ask some of your questions about Sony Internet TV and the Google TV experience. So I'm here with Peter Sherman from the Google TV product team. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
So I've heard a lot of conflicting reports about networks, things like NBC, Hulu, stuff like that. And I've heard you can and you can't get them on Google TV. What's going on there?
You can definitely get CBS and access to any TV channel on your Google TV. It's true that some of the networks have blocked access to their websites. And so we're in constant discussions with these guys trying to explain how this affects their models and trying to remedy the situation.
There are specific apps available as well. Can you talk a little bit about how those work?
Because the operating system is built on Android, we can run any Android phone app on your television. We are waiting to launch the Android market until 2011 because there are some pretty big differences between your phone and your TV. So that's what we're kind of working on right now, is to find out what ports a phone app to the television.
You know, a lot of people kind of wait for, I'm going to get the second generation, I'm going to get the update.
Yep.
I mean, do you have to wait to get Google TV?
Because this is web-based, we can constantly update it. You send the firmware update over the web. So you bought this on the first day. 3 years' time, somebody buys a brand new Google TV, the operating system will be exactly the same.
And that's just some of what we talked about. To watch the entire interview with Peter and find out more about Sony Internet TV with Google TV, head to revision3.com/Sony.
Smitten by impending Black Friday deals, Tekzilla's star associate producer, actually our only associate producer, Serafina, has a desire for a new desktop PC. Her goals: web surfing, photo and video editing, and of course, lots of downloading, all for under $500. With some help from PC Perspective, here's our picks for Serafina's cheap PC. For the case, we got the Antec 300 ATX mid-tower computer case with a 430-watt power supply. It's smallish, but it's roomy and has enough space and juice for non-demanding tasks. It's about $90.
$90.
Yeah.
We're a fifth of the way there already.
There you go. Well, I mean, it's the case. It's an important component.
PCPer.com's budget PC build recommendation for a motherboard: Gigabyte's GA770T USB 3. This motherboard is jam-packed for the price. USB 3.0, FireWire, eSATA, and up to 16 gigabytes of dual-channel DDR3 RAM. It's going to run about $80 online.
Yeah, that's almost like $90. Here's another.
Well, we're a third of the way there.
Getting up there. For the processor, we've got the AMD Athlon 2 X4 635. It's fast and speedy, low-cost quad-core processor. It gets the job done at around $100.
$270. Video card?
Video card. Radeon HD 5670. It's a variety of makers, but they average around $80. It's a good video card with HDMI support, but it also means that it's a great card for a home theater PC build.
That's $350 for the hard drive. 1 terabyte hard drives from Western Digital and Seagate's average around $50. 2 terabytes start around $100. We're going to call it a 1 terabyte, even it up at $400.
Yay for prices going down. And we've got 2 gigabytes of RAM, DDR3, 1333. It's looking at $40 a pair. She'll be running 32-bit Windows 7. If the time comes, the upgrade is simple and should be getting more RAM for less money.
I would be tempted to go with 4 gigabytes, especially with video editing. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Keyboard and mouse combo, $25 for a wired keyboard and mouse combo from Microsoft. We love the basic optical mouse from Microsoft. They last forever. They work well. They last forever. There's no batteries.
They work well. So total, we're looking at about $465 before taxes and shipping. Not bad. Not something you'd game with, play Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer with or anything, but if you need a machine to keep up with HD video and new productivity apps, it's pretty solid. Now, since Seraphine already has a 32-bit copy of Windows 7, we can leave that one out of the equation, as well as a monitor since she already has one at home, though I was hearing some
dual monitor rumors.
Yeah, she was thinking about getting maybe a 24-inch Dell or something to that effect, which would definitely raise the price point up there a bit. 24-inch
monitors are coming down in price. You're still looking at about $180 from the Dell outlet, which is actually where I bought my last 2 monitors for 24-inch monitors. 21.5 are selling for $140.
Yeah, they have a few different versions, but you can definitely find one for under $200.
Hey, by the way, I want to thank PC Per, Ryan Trout, and the crew over there. PCPer.com and the leaderboard, the hardware leaderboard. They have some great builds up there: budget, mid-range, high-end, and dream systems. Nice place to look around if you're looking for a starting point for a PC build.
Yeah, coming up, we've got some wireless networking, but first,
let's thank one of our sponsors, Gazelle. Gazelle, it's the easiest and fastest way for you to sell or recycle your old gadgets. Want to upgrade to the newest iPhone? Get rid of your old one with Gazelle. They accept more than 300,000 products from over 20 different electronics categories. Shipping is free on all items of value, and in most cases, they'll even send you a box to ship with. Also, for you green folks out there, Gazelle has some pretty strict policies for their recycling partners. No exports, no landfills, and tons of data security standards. Don't want to pay all that money to eBay? Can't stand the weird phone calls on Craigslist? Do yourself a favor. Try selling your electronics at Gazelle.com.
Looks like it's time for another website we just can't get enough of. A website that you just can't stay away from because it's too useful, too funny, or just too darn irresistible. This week's pick, damn you, autocorrect. Don't you hate it when your phone autocorrects a perfectly spelled word, at least in your opinion, to something completely different? What the duck? Well, it may be annoying, but there can be some hilarious results. Thanks to the website damnyouautocorrect.com, you can see some of the best instances of autocorrect gone very wrong. I mean, we've all been there. You're typing just a little too fast, or you've used a slang word or name that the dictionary doesn't recognize, and suddenly you're making some very strange comments via text message to friends or family members. Awkward. Yeah, most of these are a little too ribald to mention on a family show like ours, but that's part of the reason they're so funny. So check out damnyouautocorrect.com today and witness how technology is making communication much more interesting.
Unleash your network. Let's talk better streaming video, a segment brought to you by Belkin Routers.
Netflix was in the news today with their new all-you-can-eat streaming video plan for $7.99 a month. And Hulu Plus went out of beta last week for the same $7.99 and leapt onto the Roku and PS3. Wondering which one looks best? Neither. Top video quality goes to Vudu, which offers gorgeous 1080p video, surround sound, and just launched on Panasonic's VieraCast Blu-ray players. There are a few things you can do to make sure any streaming video, whether you're watching Hulu, Netflix, or Tekzilla, looks their best. So let's talk about our top 3 tips for better movies and TV online.
Well, I should point out the Vudu's HDX actually is a download thing. It's not a streaming thing. They do 720p for streaming like pretty much everybody else. But the HDX looks amazing, 1080p surround sound. In any case, number 1 tip, stop the suck. If you've got 6 people in your house and 3 are running torrents, 2 are downloading games from Steam, and everybody uses Skype, you might have some quality of service issues, i.e. your tubes, your internet connection is saturated. You can ask everybody to stop downloading when it's movie time. That's an option. Or if you have teenagers or annoying roommates, check out to see if your router has QoS options, quality of service options that allow you to prioritize traffic, give your most important traffic priority, like your favorite streaming service or your VoIP account. You get the idea. And hey, if you live on the torrents, cap that puppy when you want to stream and you won't have to go and turn things down to actually be able to, or stop your torrents to be able to get what you want off of the streaming service, no matter what streaming service you use.
Exactly. Number 2, get a better internet connection. HD Netflix starts at 5 megabits per second and will happily suck down more megabits if you have them. So if you can't get streaming HD, you might need to upgrade your broadband connection or move to a different ISP entirely. Before you do, try a bandwidth test like speedtest.net or CNET's internet speed test. If you're getting the download speed you need to run streaming video, try calling customer service to see if they can find a problem with your connection. Sometimes it's a locally based thing or there's something going on in your house.
I've been amazed. Back at DLTV, I was amazed how many times there was something called sort of a router table issue where they routed, like my video would be going from me to you, but they would route it by way of New York City before it got to you.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, so
Matt.
sometimes, and you may actually have to call the people that are sending you the video to see if they can iron it out at their end. Number 3, stop streaming. If you can't get the internet performance you need to stream in HD, go to a service that lets you download movies. iTunes is an example, Amazon Video on Demand's Unbox Player, or like I mentioned before, Vudu's HDX format. These are computer-centric and not so set-top box friendly, and they're a la carte in most cases, i.e. you're paying per movie, not a flat monthly fee, but you know, they'll work, and HDX looks amazing. Because there's nothing more frustrating than like, if you're on a cable system and maybe it's not very well administered, maybe the kid down the street starts downloading something and maybe everybody's video moves to a crawl and starts stuttering. Painful, people, painful. But
Yes.
downloading first solves that problem.
Well, still to come, we've got more of your viewer questions, but first, it's time to thank one of our sponsors, Belkin. Belkin's Play N600 wireless router has the power to stream HD video seamlessly to all your devices, anywhere in your home. The Play N600 does more than connect your devices, it makes them better. Game systems turn into media players, printers print without wires, hard drives become wireless servers. It even finishes downloading large files to a hard drive at home after you've shut down your computer or taken it with you. Check it out at belkin.com/unleash.
Thanksgiving, it's a big holiday here in the United States. We sit down, we gather together our family and give thanks, but it's more than just family time and a busy travel schedule. It's time to take that well-fed fowl to the flame and feast on its tasty flesh with a substantial helping of hopefully not too gelatinous cranberry and, of course, my beloved stuffing.
Oh, it's my favorite. I love stuffing. It's my favorite. It's the best.
Yeah, we like stuffing here. I'm talking about turkey here, people. In honor of that noble tummy-filling bird, we want to bring you our top 5, well, the other meaning of turkey, turkeys on Blu-ray.
Number 1, Spider-Man 3. This obvious, crass cash grab makes this installment the worst Spider-Man adaptation ever in film or TV. Lazy portrayals of popular villains and a plot so unbelievable, even for a comic book movie, equals bad, bad, bad.
While we're talking comic books, what happened to Catwoman, one of Batman's most epic adversaries and love interests? The Catwoman, well played by Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns, but the character's first solo motion picture outing? They take one of the best actresses in Hollywood and turn the felonious femme fatale image from classy to, well, weak, and manage to win Halle Berry her first Razzie Award. Avoid. Take it off your list, people.
Depressing.
The Fourth Kind, number 3 on the list. It's like Close Encounters of the Third Kind without the cool plot, special effects, or entrancing dialogue. Moments that are supposed to fill you with terror and dread instead leave you scratching your head in bewilderment as aliens seemingly possess people for no real logical or compelling purpose. The special effects aren't even good. WTF. Number 4, MacGruber. Why does Saturday Night Live keep giving film deals to cast members based on show sketches that sucked in the first place? We thought after Night at the Roxbury, SNL movies couldn't get any worse. We were wrong. There is a new low, and its name is MacGruber, like we mentioned before. Insipid and boring is the plot, the jokes pointless, the juvenile antics. Man, this movie is just a giant bag of suck.
And Doom. Yes, video games can be made into movies, but it doesn't mean that they should. Putting Uwe Boll's prodigious game to movie-making efforts to shame, Doom unwittingly put future film star Carl Urban in possibly his worst role ever. Dull script, dime store special effects, and hammy acting make this as one of the all-time worst films ever. And Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, better enjoyed alongside Johnny Knoxville in Walking Tall.
And I think that about says it all, Veronica.
Yes. I like Dwayne Johnson.
I like Dwayne Johnson. I love
get a
Walking
kick out
Tall.
of him most times. Yeah. So Mike in Souderton, Pennsylvania sent us in this video question a while back.
Hi Patrick and Veronica. This is Mike from Philadelphia, where the AT&T reception isn't that bad. Rocking a new Samsung Focus running Windows Phone 7. And the only thing I miss about my iPhone 3GS is the fact that I can't play podcasts at 2x speed anymore. Do Do you have any software recommendations where I can re-record the podcasts at 2x speed with pitch corrections? I'm running Windows, Mac, and Ubuntu, so any platform will work. Cheap is good, free is better. Thanks a lot.
But before we could answer it, Mike sent us a follow-up email with the answer.
He answered his own question.
Yeah, it was only like 3 days, and he just found the answer, and so he wanted to let us know that he actually figured out the solution. Here's his answer. He said, I asked a video question, and since that time I have found the answer and figured I will share it with you as a tip. To speed up podcasts on my Windows Phone 7, like my old iPhone 3GS could do natively, I use this free program Audacity. After opening up the file, under the Edit menu is Change Tempo. Entering a percentage change of 50 will speed it up with pitch correction to the level the iPhone does. Even better, you can create a chain in Audacity that changes the file and saves it as an MP3, turning this into a few click process. Then open up the Zune software and drag the newly edited files to the phone, and now I can sell my 3GS instead of keeping it around as an iPod. Mike C. in Souderton, Pennsylvania. How cool is that, huh?
It's incredibly cool.
He took initiative.
But if everybody starts answering their own questions, we'll be out of work.
Wait, don't do that. We'll get to them eventually, we swear. All of them, every single one. That's a lie.
Like this one from Seth, who writes in, now the high horsepower PCs are commonplace as anybody, amateur or professional, written a software package, Windows compatible preferably, to have a PC act as a real-time live video switcher. It would require a couple of good inputs and a way of storing the output or putting it out to a DVR. Since the pictures are digital in the PC, it should allow fading or clean switching between inputs and fade the audio somehow as well. A TriCaster inside the PC, not as elaborate but functional. Anybody know of one? Well, yeah. First of all, I'd like to point out that my beloved TriCaster is a PC. It's software that runs inside of a PC in a weird black case with an alternate, basically, control panel. Otherwise, you just use the keyboard. Of course, it is a pre-built box. It's $9,000 for the basic standard def version, $5,000 for education buyers. Probably not what you're looking for.
Okay, that's crazy. That's a lot of money.
Well, it's also for the cards that allow you to do all of the switching and all of the incredibly sophisticated graphics. Gotcha.
Well, Brian Brushwood over at the NSFW show and of Scam School fame uses VidBlaster, which has a pro and home version. The home version will run you about $200.
Much more reasonably
far
priced.
less than $9,000. But it runs on Windows and supports pretty much every file type you could possibly want to use. I'm not sure about outputting to a DVR, but I think it will save, you know, in the standard file formats. He also uses CamTwist, a program that allows you to add special effects to video streams, like from Skype or iChat. Between those two, you should pretty much have your bases covered. Finally, a couple of shows ago, we asked you for earbud recommendations for a viewer who seemed to cause premature fail on all his earbuds for his iPod. Here's what you recommended for our most hapless music lover. Travis recommends the Maximo iMetal IM490 earbuds. Todd suggests the J-Buds from a company called J Labs. He says, I'm on my second pair now, and both pairs have set records for me for how long they lasted. Longer than Altec Lansing, Sony, or Shure earbuds for me. This pair is on week 25. You can find a pair for about 10 or 20 bucks. The sound is good, not great, but they get top marks from me for durability. Cliff likes Empire Inc.'s Wicked Little Buds. He says, these rugged buds have decent sound quality, and I've been using them mostly when I'm running. For their sub $20 price tag, they are a must-try. Yet another Todd likes his SE110s, those are the Shures. They cost $70 and says, they have lasted me over a year now with me carrying them in my pocket the entire year and sleeping with them on a fairly regular basis. La la la. They are indestructible. Nicholas and James both like Sony's MDR XB40EX. Uchendu uses the V-Moda Vibe earphones and only costs him $60. Raul loves his Sennheiser CX300B in-ear stereo headphone he got off Amazon for $40. And finally, Chad recommends the Zag Buds or Zag Smart Buds. He writes, both have great audio, and what I love about them is the cord management, angle jack, and best of all, the cord is coated in Invisible Shield. The only difference between the two is the Smart Buds have inline control for noise canceling. Thanks everyone for taking the time to write those in. Those are some excellent questions. Excellent answers to that question, rather.
Before we wrap the show, we have one more thing we need to do. Mr. Roger Chang, our beloved series producer, has a birthday. I believe today. So we have birthday treats for him. So we'd like to invite Roger and the rest of the crew out here to enjoy cookies For everybody watching, we live on your questions. So email us, Tekzilla@revision3.com. Tech help, product reviews, how-tos, you ask us, we'll do it. But we need those emails, so don't be shy. Send them in to Tekzilla@revision3.com. We're talking fast as we want to eat cookies.
Yeah, even better. Send us in a video question of you eating cookies. Think of all the fun you can have and the admiration of all your friends and family when they see your mug on our show eating cookies. Just keep it to 15 seconds, upload it to YouTube, and send us a link in an email with video question in the subject line. And as always, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Tekzilla. Thank you guys so much for watching.
I'm Patrick Norton.
I'm Robert Heron.
Until next time, you've been watching Tekzilla with cookies. Aren't you Veronica Belmont?
I am Veronica Belmont.
Where's Roger
yeah.
Chang?
Where are they? Come
There
on!
he is! Yay!
Watt power supply. Smallish. It's pretty roomy, right?
Yeah.
Smallish, roomy-ish, and it's got that 430 watt power supply. Smitten by,
Sorry.
okay. Tekzilla's star AP, well,
That's
actually,
assistant producer.
our only AP, yeah, Serafina.
Oh, sorry.
Our only AP, Serafina, has a desire
Can we
for
type in associate producer there?
to something. That was terrible. 3. No, that was terrible. No, stop. No, I'm gonna say that again. 3. Meow, you listen here. Meow. Now listen to me. Netflix was in the news today with their all-new, all-you-can-eat streaming video plan for $7.99 a month. Why do I keep doing that? Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
First, you
It's a
take the
piece of
peanuts
peanut
and
butter.
You smush them. You smush them. You smush them. Smush them. Smush them. Okay.
You
Brett
smush-
is about to lose his in here. His peanut butter everywhere.
Okay. 3.
Sorry. Okay. Hold on. I'm discombobulated.
He's an angry mother. Peanut butter.
3.
2.
Rice and left onto the Roku. What?
Leapt.
That wasn't my fault.
L-E-P-T. That was me. Sorry.
Peanut butter.
Spelling correction.
You peanut butter. Check it out, Check it out, yeah. I have trapezoid smile, I learned.
Trapezoid
Did you know that's a thing?
I have no idea what it
When you
is.
smile, your mouth goes.
It's because you like to show those beautiful lower teeth.
I don't know how I'm even doing it. It's my mouth shape.
The plot is insipid and boring. The jokes are pointless. And the juvenile antics, well, it's just dog poo times 10. Who the says dog poo times 10? I have known Roger for almost 12 years. He has never said dog poo times 10. In 3, 2. It's not like Uwe Ball's game. The script is dull. The dime store's.
In Souderton, Pennsylvania.
Okay, somebody farted. Is it you, Brett?
Wasn't me.
Is it you,
Farted?
Veronica?
It's probably my breath.
I hope not.
I didn't fart.
Rolling.
Of course you are. Now you are. Of course you are. I didn't fart. Brett didn't fart. You smelt it, so you definitely dealt it.
No, you'd be unconscious if that was mine.